rolled fingerprint card that I just took.
Okay, just now in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
And is it dated?
Yes.
What's the date on it? It's
29 September 2023.
Is that today's date?
Yes,
And did you sign there?
I did.
Okay.
I wrote my name.
And did you have an opportunity, and I'm sorry, you rolled these fingerprints, who did you roll them from?
The individual in the bluish gray suit.
He's sitting over there.
Yes.
Can you, please let the record reflect that the witness that identified the defendant?
Well, they're calling me. They desperately want him in misdemeanor court. I don't understand why people don't understand that there's a hierarchy. And the hierarchy is that district court take precedence over misdemeanor court. District court takes precedent, criminal district court takes precedence over civil court. I don't know why people don't understand that.
Judge, I completely agree and understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Our witness is out in the hall. He's been waiting.
Oh, well, they've sent a deputy from misdemeanor court to escort Mr. Cox down to misdemeanor court.
Yes.
And I know it's not the deputy's fault. I don't want to make your job any more difficult than it is, but they've sent her up here to take him to misdemeanor court, where the range of punishment goes as high as 1 year at the Bexar County Jail, where we're dealing with the case here, where he's charged with burglary, which the range of punishment is potentially 20 years in prison, but they want him in misdemeanor court. This is the last time, and I want all the attorneys to go forth. This is the last time that this court will be given any type of leeway for people to be out of county in misdemeanor courts, out of county in other courts when you have a jury trial or a bench trial in district court. The only courts that take precedent over felony district courts are the federal courts. I don't know why people don't understand that. So this bench trial is going to finish today. If we're here at midnight, we're here at midnight. And state, I understand that you say your witness is going to be short, but
Judge,
I don't know if it's going to be short.
Judge, the other issue is that he was taking care of a sick parent. He did ask for leave time, and we did get him here despite him taking leave. So it did take extra effort for us to get him here.
All right. So how long is this witness going to take?
Judge, it's going to be quick. He has a maybe 15-minute interview and a video. That's about it.
And it's a video of the defendant?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So what are you bringing this witness for, to lay the foundation for the video?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Defense, are you going to have any objections? If this witness has to appear by Zoom, are you going to have any objections to that? Because if you're going to object to that, then I'm sorry, Deputy, he's not going downstairs.
Say having the witness outside here by Zoom.
Yes, because he has someone who's ill that he needs to be taken care of.
And Judge, I can further explain. He explained it to me this morning.
Okay. Unless my understanding is it's the video and it's the alleged video of your client. Unless you all are going to just stipulate this is the video, and then the court can hear any objections. Otherwise, defense, are you going to have any objections to him appearing by Zoom?
No, Judge.
And Deputy, I realize it's not your fault.
Would like to have the witness here. Simpson's here.
All right, then, Deputy, I'm sorry. All right, bring the witness in. Call your next witness. 2-4, State of Texas versus Jose Gonzalez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Yeah, Jake, why didn't you tell her to come and
For the
bend
state?
back my thumb?
Sure.
That's what she said. You said.
All right, state's attorney. For the state? Defense?
We're ready.
State your name for the record.
Joe Stenberg.
All right, and are you Jose Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes,
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Gonzalez, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waive.
State, it appears that you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Travis? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gonzalez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $1,500 fine, no application for deferred adjudication. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution to Nina N. Is it Nina or Nira? Just one moment. Oh, Nira, Neira Perry. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea? Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Your Honor, state over States Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client, Mr. Stenberg?
He acknowledges what he did. Basically, what he's asking for is second chance to be out in the community. He's been in jail now quite a while. And he doesn't want to be there again.
All right.
I've explained to him the consequences if he violates the conditions, and he says he understands and he does not intend to be back in front of you on this case.
All right. So what's your gang affiliation, Mr. Gonzalez?
I'm not in no gang.
What are these tattoos about?
I got it when I was a younger kid.
All right, and the facial tattoos?
Yes.
When you were young, how old were you?
Oh, these,
Yes.
this is last year.
I'm sorry,
Last year, I had this,
who did it?
in the free road.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to want a gang evaluation. Do you have any children?
8,
What are their ages?
4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 13, 16.
All right. Have you had any contact with them?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Are you in their life?
Yes, Your Honor.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated
All right.
diploma.
Any drug issues?
No.
Have you ever used drugs?
Yes, Your Honor.
What have you used?
Marijuana
And,
and alcohol.
and,
That's it.
all right. Have you ever seen a psychiatrist or anything or mental health issues?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Psychiatrists or mental health issues?
No, Your Honor.
When's the last time you were employed?
Employed 2 months ago.
Doing what?
Subcontracting.
What does that mean?
Remodeling. Subcontractor. Remodeling houses.
Who do you live with?
Oh, now I'm going to live with my wife and kids.
Does she want you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has she visited you at the jail or called you?
Yes, Your Honor. I call her every day.
Has Child Protective Services been in your life?
No, Your Honor.
Right. And she's not on housing or anything, right?
No, Your Honor. She works.
All right. And the reason why I ask that, because sometimes you have people who have been in custody go live with their wife and they're on housing. And if they're on housing, I know they're on housing because they're not supposed to, I know when they're on housing, they're not supposed to have an adult male living in the house because then that causes,
We have our own house.
okay. All right. No, that's good. And so are all the children there with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be restitution and no contact with Nira Perry. I'm going to want a gang evaluation that can be done out of court. 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to want parenting classes. Once he's completed the parenting classes, then those restitution hours will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So what that means is your wife cannot say, hey, I need to go to the grocery store. I need you to watch the children. I will consider lifting that no unsupervised contact once you started with your parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Random monthly UAs. And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Your attorney tells me that you've been in jail for 2 months. So this is one of the questions you need to ask yourself. Was using this car without permission worth those 2 months? And if it wasn't, you shouldn't be doing it again. People don't like people to take their things that they work hard for. If you want things, then you need to work for it. And with regards to that car, if somebody is offering you a car, which they say your story's changed in the police report, if somebody is offering you a car, you need to make sure that that car is legal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, from here on out, you need to ask yourself before you do anything, whenever you're thinking about doing something, is this something that could potentially result in me going to the state jail facility for 2 years? If it is, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And what do the tattoos on your eyelids say?
Yeah.
Do I want to know?
No love.
Now, on his eyelids.
Oh, you're
Oh.
next.
You're next. What am I next at? That's why we're doing the gang evaluation. Was that painful to get your eyelids tattooed?
Yes, it was.
Why would you do that if it's so painful?
I was in a lot of pain and I went to feel more pain than I had.
All right. Can we do a MIC evaluation as well? So they're going to do a MIC evaluation. All right.
Was
All
that
right.
mental-
That's a mental health evaluation. You can discuss things with them if you have some internal pain that's going on. You can
No,
talk
but
to them.
Pains are gone already.
All right. Well, just in case. All right. Because that's a permanent tattoo. All right. Thank you. Let's see that file for a moment. And everyone, we're going to take a 10-minute recess, and then Mr. Stenberg, that'll give you a chance to